Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play WazHack. And just now I sat down to start recording and I went, come on then, let's get WazHacking to myself like a complete Burke. Let's play. Okay, so, had some more character requests. I always get character requests, and one of the ones that has been requested is the Bard. Which is, in terms of my competence with it, the worst character in the game. Master of music and song, places lute to mesmerise monsters, or alternatively the Bardes, who plays a harp, but achieves much the same thing. Bard is terrible, in my view. There's probably a way to use the Bard really well, but if you've seen my previous Bard runs, you know that it's pretty much just you charm a great line of monsters which then trail after you, and yeah, it's kind of disastrous. All you can do, basically, is sprint full tilt through the dungeon and hope for the best. It's pretty messy. But let's give it a go since it was requested. And you never know, maybe we'll learn something about using the Bard a bit more adeptly if we continue to try it out. So, first things first, kick the chest open. You'll notice we already have a miniature line of monsters behind us. We did pick up a spell book, so I'll have a quick read of that. Might be too difficult for me. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what the spellcasting ability of the Bard is actually like. Let's see what gear we have. Feathered hat, black boots, leather tunic, +1. Not bad. Got a couple of scrolls, got a wand, got our loot. And of course the spell book, which we can't use right now, but never mind. And another spellbook, which is probably also too difficult for us, but even if it isn't, we can't read it till we're not confused. And now we're not confused, so let's try just in case. Probably too hard? Ah, with surprising ease you learn Magic Missile. Well, that's good to know. I'll grab those boots. Again, you don't really get into combat or anything with the Bard, so having the things like Magic Missile and wands isn't necessarily enormously useful. But then again, I don't know the correct way to play the Bard. It is by far the trickiest class, in my opinion. Well, this and the Bardes together. Okay. I picked up a square amulet without pressing the button to do so, which is interesting. Let's try out a couple of these scrolls, see if we've got an identify, now that we've picked up some gear. That's an identify. Let's start with the amulet. Cursed Amulet of Restful Sleep. No, absolutely not. And we've got a quill, presumably to create scrolls with. That's fine. Let's try the wands then. Blessed Wand of Teleportation. Well, that's good to know, because of course that means we can... another Book of Magic Missile. Don't really need that. But yeah, with a Wand of Teleportation we can to some extent Tobiles things a bit. If necessary. Those of you who remember Tobiles, I know some of you do. The teleporting wizard. Okay, so we're being followed by this line of kobolds. I think if you don't actively keep re-charming enemies by standing within range of them, they actually turn hostile again. I think that just happened to one of the kobolds then. Let's drink this. Your body courses with magical energy. Whatever. Let's try again. And again. Yeah, the whole thing was just coursing with magical energy. Must have been one of those blue fountains. I actually didn't notice if it was blue. The red ones are a bit more noticeable. Okay, the enemies are actually coming out of that door, but in theory I should be able to charm all, well, most, or all of them. Yeah. So, it looks like our minions took out some enemies there, but not all of them. Because there were a lot of hits delivered if you looked at the message list on the left of the screen. Did we lose all of those kobolds? Are they just back there having a big brawl? Come on. Come on, kobold. Yeah, apparently that just continued taking swings at us, almost to the point that we died, which is pretty grim. Health is low, but hopefully they'll protect us. Yeah, that's alright. And we could do with some food, actually, because we're pretty hungry. Level up. We've been gaining experience from our minions killing stuff. So, I'm going to say, what does inspiration do? Your pets and minions gain +1 to hit and damage dealt. Storytelling, you can tell a story momentarily stopping all enemies from attacking anyone. I don't know if that includes your own minions. I would guess minions aren't counted as enemies, so that could be useful for incapacitating enemies to let your minions take care of them. For now, I'm going to go with the level of inspiration. Pets and minions gain +1. Because that seems like that could make a major difference. Going to take that ring. When I get the chance, I'll identify it, but we don't have any identifiers at the moment. Enchant armor is fine. Scroll of fire is not fine in any way. Hopefully it didn't burn my loot. The last thing I need is a less efficient loot. It's the only advantage I have. I guess I'll take leather suit. It might be okay. Let me think. A couple of you have mentioned that if I use the chat command, there, that one, I can kind of call enemies, call minions or allies or pets to my aid a bit more effectively. You might remember a run from 1 or 2 videos ago where I was killed by an enemy that my cat really should have been attacking, and it was just kind of not attacking it. So yeah, if I use the chat command, I can ask my minions or my pet to what the hell? To attack enemies for me. So hopefully I can avoid that sort of death in future. What is attacking me now? Is it the invisible enemy? I guess I'd better ask some of my minions to attack. Attack! Anything? Yeah, I'm taking damage from something. It must have been an invisible enemy. All I could see was a floating dagger there. That was pretty rough. I'll tell you what, I'll have one more Bard go before we switch to another character class. Actually, let's try the Bardess. Rather than just the Bard again. She's very, very similar to the Bard. But yeah. Actually killed that before we could charm it. Yeah, the Bardess operates very similarly to the Bard, but I think she actually starts with a weapon, which immediately gives her an advantage. Yeah, apparently our pet is killing things faster than we're charming them, which is interesting. Let's grab all of these mushrooms. Okay, don't really want the hefty helmet or the bow and arrows. Well, apparently we got the arrows, whether we want them or not. Yeah, so far we're just not charming anything. What's that? Pied cap. Pied cap? Like Pied Piper cap, I guess. Which is appropriate, considering. No identify scrolls. I want to identify the Pied cap before I put it on. But I do want to try it out and just see what the effect is. So let's try this scroll. Nothing. Not doing very well with scrolls so far. Oh! I don't think we're charming them. I think we're confusing them. Ah, okay. I think that's a new addition. Unless I completely missed this when I tried out the Bardess before. Either that, or it's actually genuinely a new addition to the way the Bardess works. Which is, it seems as though, rather than charming loads of enemies like the Bard does, we confuse them, thereby making them more vulnerable to our pet's attacks. Or indeed to our own, but at the moment, our pet is probably a more effective fighter than we are. Let me see if I can... Maybe I can equip the dagger secondarily. Will that work? Yeah, no, we just equip it. We can't store the harp on our back like with a bow. We can only equip one or the other. Oh, secondary, maybe that works. It does, but we need a way to switch. There's probably a keyboard shortcut to switch from primary weapon to secondary, but I don't know what it is, and I'm not particularly interested in looking it up. Unless it's right here. Maybe it's here. Controls. Yeah. Okay. Equip set 2? Is that what we're looking for? Set 1H, set 2J. That might be it. Let's try. J. No. J is just nothing. And apparently H doesn't switch back to set 1. That's interesting. So much for that idea. Alright, well let's equip our harp. Our shoes. Robe. There we go. Much more dignified. Alright, let's get stuff out of that. And press on. I mean, so far I feel like we're doing tolerably well just confusing enemies and then letting our kitten take care of them for us. Let's continue trying with scrolls. Oh no, we've already tried that one and got no effect, so there's no point trying it again at this point. It might be something that alleviates a certain status effect. In the meantime, let's read some books. You learn Absorb Curse, which could come in handy at some point. That one is too advanced, but never mind. We should probably be checking for meat more than we are. I don't want to read the wall, I want to take the cloak thing. Yeah, we should probably be checking for meat. Haven't really been doing so up to this point. Is there any snake meat? There is. There is indeed snake meat. Okay. Oh, this could be bad. I hate those tiny doors, full of legions of enemies, as you will know if you're a regular viewer, or indeed player. Having said that, maybe we should live dangerously. I mean, we have our harp. Let's do it. Why not? Live on the edge. No? Fine, whatever. Ah, here they come. Alright. We'll try confusing them, and then let our pet take them out while they're confused. And or asleep. It looks like we're putting them to sleep as well as confusing them. Wow. Okay, apparently there are far too many of them. Let's chuck... No, actually let's zap. Let's zap a crooked wand at these bastards. Whoa! Okay. What's that? You gained a level, you can still only upgrade your musical ability. What do you mean you can still only upgrade it? That's a weird way of phrasing it. Okay. Inspiration, your pets and minions. Well, we don't have that many. I mean, our pet is doing our fighting for us. But... you can tell a story momentarily stopping all enemies from attacking anyone. That might be a better one. So we've got a new ability which we can cast as though it's a spell with C. Looks like it might be... Wow, okay. I was going to say it looks like it might be hotkeyed to 1. Usually the spell that's in the first slot is hotkeyed to number 1, but actually number 1 is Absorb Curse, which inflicted a lot of damage on us. Let's try this ability. Oh, crap! I clicked on the wrong one. Okay. Tell a story. That's the one. Okay. Now we kind of need to have a sleep and hope that our cat sorts this out for us. Let's eat this apple. To at least avoid... No. That was mishandled. It was basically a misclick. Always frustrating being killed by a misclick. But although I feel far from optimistic that we can actually make this run pay off, I am intrigued by the Bardess at this point. So I'm going to give her another go. I feel a bit more optimistic about her being a manageable character than I do about the Bard. No meat there. For the simple reason that I can kind of see how to approach the Bardess, where I can't so much with the Bard. I mean, yes, I know that the key to the Bard is kind of having your troops of enemies fighting all the other stuff, but aside from making sure that I always have as many minions as possible, I don't really know how to approach it sort of with any kind of plan. Whereas with the Bardess, I can actually kind of see a way to approach it. The problem, of course, is if you get separated from your pet in some way. Okay, there's nothing there. things like if you step on a teleport trap or accidentally read a teleport scroll or something like that. And you basically just get whisked across the dungeon. Your pet potentially never catches up with you or gets killed on the way towards you, and then you're kind of screwed because your pet is all you have to help you out. It's kind of a problem. Also, her arms must be so tired. Just carrying the harp around like that. She must get sore fingers from all that plucking. Okay. Gems, not hugely inspired. I am trying to cultivate a habit of diligently checking for meat. But I don't know how well that's working out. I mean, we haven't really found all that much. A veil? That's new. I don't think I've ever seen a veil before. Let's try some scrolls. Magic mapping, don't really care. Remove curse. Fine, but not that bothered. Particularly since it only uncursed the plumed helm, which I'm never going to wear anyway. Oh well. I feel like we're not running into that many enemies in this particular adventure. I felt like we ran into a lot more of them as the bard, but I don't know. Perhaps we got deeper than this. It doesn't feel like we did, though. It's very odd, a very odd sensation to be playing a roguelike that basically focuses on you not doing anything except running around strategically. That's a pretty weird feeling. Okay. Take out the snake. There we go. Ugh, take out the snake. That sounded far too wrong. Considering how much trouble we had with one of those doorways before, I'm going to avoid this one. Kitten clearly doesn't particularly care about taking out the blue, pink mould thing, acid blob, but that's fine. Let's just keep going down. Oh, the kobolds are coming. The kobolds are coming. You coming? No. Okay. Alright, come on, kitten. Take them all out. Oh, here they are. And we don't have that storytelling talent yet, because we haven't actually got a level up yet. Yeah. That was not so great. Okay, well, what did we have on us at least? Cloak of Invisibility might have been useful. Otherwise, there wasn't all that much that particularly interests me there. Let's switch back to a more manageable run, one that isn't a novelty, which is basically how that feels. What does the Druidess do? I don't remember. I have a feeling she can't transform into animals like the Druid can. So, let's go Vandal. Which, of course, is all melee all the time. You may remember that the last time we had a Vandal run, which was relatively recently, we lost all our clothes and then got killed in the gnomish mines, because they're not really the ideal place to be a melee-centric character. However, that was, I think, pretty much the last time we actually got as far as the gnomish mines. So I'm thinking maybe switch back to melee for a while. Maybe I'm investing too much faith in the non-melee classes. Okay, lockpick and rat meat are okay. I'm going to pick up the lockpick and I'll eat the rat meat. And we'll just head over here. Of course, the big advantage of the Vandal, as you probably recall, is that she is prone to spray painting things. I don't know. Yeah. I was going to go for some kind of hilarious Vandal-based pun or witticism there, but I just kind of lost steam partway through. The big disadvantage of the Vandal, as I originally began saying, is that you can't put on armour and things very easily, because there's very little of it. You need to have oversized armour. I'm going to take Mighty Blows. I don't think I bothered with Mighty Blows at all the last time I was the Vandal, or indeed the Barbarian, but it's actually a pretty good talent once you've got 2 or 3 levels of it. We need to take something else first. Let's go with weapon precision, I guess. I was tempted to buy Dweomery to identify the cursed or not cursed status of things, but since we're basically playing a brawly character, I feel like focusing on brawling skills is probably the priority here. Let's see if we can identify anything. No, actually. That's a cursed scroll, so I didn't want to risk reading that without knowing what it is. Cursed lamp. I will take it in case we get the chance to uncurse it at some point. More mighty blows. All weapons may cause moderate knockback. I haven't used mighty blows all that much in the past. Let's see what we can offload here. Gems might be worth a lot more than they are. Let's just get rid of the amulet. No, no. No, in case we manage to uncurse it. I will get rid of the spell book. And you know what, I'll get rid of the cursed lamp as well, but otherwise I'm going to keep everything. And let's buy some stuff, if anything is worth buying. No, we don't really have the cash. Okay, that's fine. So, okay, let's just head through here. Sorry about me standing still on the spot for a moment there. I think the battery in my keyboard is giving up the ghost. Because for a moment, keyboard inputs stopped working. Okay, I forget what I was going to say. I started saying something before we ran into the shop, but never mind. I'm sure it was no more insightful than my usual yammering is. Okay, we're getting some scrolls. That's a good start. We have been scroll deficient lately. Those were all the same scrolls, though, which is an interesting situation. I think if we run into the Gnomish mines this time, I will not go there. Or at least, maybe I'll go somewhere else for a while, gain some more levels, and then return to the Gnomish mines later on. Let's drink. Okay, so it's a healing fountain. Let's see if we have any potions that we want to dip in. I don't know what any of the potions are. So it's kind of a gamble just stuffing them in there. Unfortunate. But it's worth remembering that that's there in case we find ourselves with an identified crappy potion at some point. Let's read some scrolls. Okay, identify. That's actually good because we can start identifying some potions and see what we can afford to get rid of in the name of picking up a bottle of healing water. But first, the amulet. Cursed Amulet of Strangulation. Shopkeeper can have that. Let's try clear potion. Bottle of holy water. Has its uses apparently. Everything's been identified. Excellent. So, that means we can sell a lot of the gems and things off to the shopkeeper as well. Frankly, Potion of Mana is probably the one we can most afford to get rid of. Being basically a brawler, we're not going to have that much use for Potion of Mana. So, let's sell off. Power Stone, can't remember what it does, but I'm unlikely to get to a point where I need to know. What about the other stuff? Can't I sell any of the other gems? That's weird. Sell. Power Stone? Yeah, probably doesn't want me to sell any of my other gems. That is pretty bizarre. Oh, I guess if they're all worthless glass, he might not want to buy them at all. I think that's an update, actually. I'm pretty sure you used to be able to sell worthless glass to this guy. Or to shopkeepers in general. Okay. Yeah, get rid of the Amulet of Strangulation. And the Cursed Scroll of Magic Mapping, I think. Let's see if he has anything worth buying now that we have a bit more money. 244. Still don't know what any of his potions are. 4 Scrolls of Identify. I will take all of those. I don't think we could afford anything else. I'll have one quick glance. 185 for that mystery wand. No thanks. However, I will dip an uncursed potion of mana in there. Okay, replaced with red liquid, which apparently is, I guess it must be murky potion. Interesting. Alright, and how about dipping another one? I'm going to say Potion of See Invisible. I didn't really get a lot of use out of those. There's a little bit of potion still left in there, but that'll do for now. 2 or 3 of you have pointed out that I can dip money into fountains, and sometimes I'll be granted wishes. So I'm going to try and remember to do that, but don't count on it, and don't be too offended or mortified if I completely forget. One of you in particular, whose name currently eludes me, but you know who you are, has actually sent me a couple of emails with tips and things. Don't need the spellbook, but I will take the meat. This particular viewer has sent me a couple of emails. One very long and detailed email explaining the way wishing works and how many coins you need to offer for certain types of things and all that kind of thing. Thank you very much for taking the time to write all that out for me. But, as you know, I've often lamented that many viewers seem to think I should sort of memorise loads of wiki-like information. And although there's no disputing the usefulness of the information you gave me, I am never going to remember all of it. And I'm probably not going to try that hard. Because sort of studying that list and memorising all the costs of various wishes and things is just not my style at all. However, I do remember that you said to wish for things in sets of 3, because they don't cost any more than just wishing for 1. So, let's give that a try now, shall we? I have no idea how many coins you said I should offer for things. I think was there something that was 30 coins? Was it 130 coins? I don't know. Let's offer 50 coins first. And just see what happens. Ah, okay. We did indeed get a wish. Now, I know you recommended, whoever you are, speed boots. So, let's... Oh, can I wish for a wand of wishing? Would that work? I have a suspicion it might not, but I'm going to give it a go. You probably told me in that email whether it would work or not. But hey, let's live dangerously. I've been catching up with Doctor Who recently. Never got into it, would you believe? But just started recently, so I'm feeling all adventurous and David Tennant-y. Let's do it. Not likely for a mere 50 coins. Okay, that's fine. At least it didn't waste my wish. Something like NetHack probably would have done that. Nope, you wished for something inappropriate and now you no longer have a wish. Okay, let's go 3 boots of speed. Let's see if that works. Even legends speak not of boots of speed. I'm sure it was something like that. Was it speed boots? Not sped boots. Wish. No? Apparently they're more than 50 coins. Ah, bollocks to it then. Let's go for powerful weapon. Immutable longsword, whatever. Fine. Okay. You're probably yelling at me, those of you who have some idea about... What, did I not get it? Hang on. Okay, apparently I didn't get the wish anyway. It accepted the wish, but didn't give it to me. That's interesting. Let's dip all of the rest of our money in, shall we? Yep, the lot of it. Okay. Water nymph! No! Get back here. Get back here. Do I have a wand? I don't. Do I have anything else I can use on her? Maybe do I have a potion of paralysis? So yeah, apologies if you're watching this and cursing me for not remembering all the advice I was given about how to use wishes and things, but it's my style. Cavalier and slapdash. Sorry about that. Sorry, watching her escaping me by levitating just looks hilarious. And she teleported away. So now we have no weapons and no money. Let's move on, shall we? Let's take a potion. And for now, I guess we're just going to be punching stuff. I'm staying the hell away from that giant door. Just couldn't resist coming back for another go, could you little bastard? I can't believe she's actually hitting me. Oh, god damn it. Oh, she took my clothes as well. Why is it that every time I play as the Vandal, I end up with no clothes? Aha. Hammer seems a bit more our style. Any food? Not really. I'll eat the pears, I guess. I wonder if the large characters like the Barbarian and the Vandal get hungry more quickly than the normal-sized characters do. Wow. She's very fast. Oh, for pity's sake. Alright, well, let's just explore the rest of this floor, I guess. Ugh, get away from me, bat. Where did you go to, dog? Alright, what do we have to equip, if anything? Jungle boots and a dagger. What? We picked up a hammer. Did she steal our hammer? Oh, Jesus. Alright, let's just stick the boots and dagger on and hope for the best. Jungle boots are too small. Chuck them on the floor. And for some reason it didn't equip the dagger either. There we go. Oh, of course it's cursed. Why wouldn't it be? Let's hope this is a remove curse. It is not. So now we're naked, we have a cursed dagger, and not much else to our name. I think that'll do for now. Thanks for watching as always, and I hope that you didn't grow too infuriated with my WazHacking ineptitude. If you did, you should probably go and watch someone else, because I do this a lot. So thanks for watching as always, and until the next time, bye for now.